What is up? Back at David Confused. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. So I want to do 3 consecutive videos on this channel that revolve around you, the Confused Army. So here's what we're going to do. This video, I asked you to send me 2 movies, and I would judge which movies I like the most out of those 2. The second thing I want you to do, if you're watching this, go down to the comments below and leave 2 things. A question you want me to answer in my next Q&A video, and I want you to leave a comment below about an awesome ghost story that you have that you would like me to read on the channel. So again, leave a question for me and a ghost story you want me to read, and your comment may end up in our next video. Maybe both. But let's go through these movies and see which ones are and which ones are meh. Jigsaw vs. The Conjuring from Lily VK. Ooh, I really like the Saw franchise, and Jigsaw was a great movie, but I'm gonna have to go with The Conjuring. You know me, guys. I love the Conjuring movies. I love the Sinister movies. I love the Insidious movies, and they're all done by the same production company. Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Conjuring. I think Conjuring will win that one. Historically Haunted. Got another. Jaws versus Lake Placid. Okay. I'm not including sequels. Not Jaws 2 or 3 or whatever. Not Lake Placid 2 or 3. Jaws, Lake Placid. That's really tough because I enjoy both of those movies, but I think I'm going to have to go with Jaws, just because I don't think there would be a Lake Placid without Jaws. Jaws was so monumental what it did with horror movies and creature feature and monsters in general, and, you know, just horror movies in general. It was so, like, this could exist, and that's what got people so crazy about Jaws. So I think I'm going to go with Jaws. So the next one's from Emma Perry. What about Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark and A Quiet Place? Those were just the first 2 I thought of. Or The Sixth Sense versus The Poltergeist 1982. Okay, so I'm going to use The Sixth Sense and The Poltergeist. I know those movies a lot better. Those are 2 great movies. I think I'm going to go with The Sixth Sense, and I'll tell you why. I found that it was way more of like an overall like hit to the senses, and the twist at the end was just so good and so well done, and nobody saw that coming. Like, nobody. I don't care if you're like, oh, I did. No, you didn't. You did. But the really good thing about the Poltergeist is like the whole backstory after the fact, like how like the actors were being like haunted and the set was haunted, and they used real like human skeletons and everything, and that's such a hard one. I think I have to go with The Sixth Sense, but still, that's like a degree away from being tied. Another one from Historically Haunted. Child's Play versus Friday the 13th. Okay. So, the original Friday the 13th was actually in 4 different parts, right? And Child's Play was the original movie. I'm going to go with Friday the 13th just because I just love the character of Jason so much more than I do like the character of Chucky. And I thought the backstory of who Jason was and how he became who he is makes more of a horror movie timeline than Chucky with Charles Lee Ray putting his soul into a doll using voodoo. So, and another thing to top that, the remake of Child's Play sucked huge, and the remake of Friday the 13th was actually pretty decent. So, Friday the 13th. Stephanie C., The Hills Have Eyes versus the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's such a good one. Such a good one. Ooh, that's going to be so hard. I really like The Hills Have Eyes. Even the remake was pretty good. It was so well done, and like it was filmed so artistically and so gritty. It was just really, really good. And the Texas Chainsaw Massacre started a legacy. It really pushed limits of what you can do in a horror movie and what to expect. And everything from the way it was shot, to the music, to the character creation, to the blood effects, to the craziness of the actors, and I have to go with Texas Chainsaw Massacre on that. Leatherface is a legend. I've heard rumors and stuff that it's based on a true story. There's a part of me that wants that to be true, but I don't 100% know, and I don't wish that kind of stuff on people, but that would be awesome. Yeah, okay, Texas Chainsaw Massacre for that one. But that's a really close one too. Irene's Mochi, I hope that's the way you say it. Coraline versus The Nightmare Before Christmas. Okay, here's the thing though. I watch The Nightmare Before Christmas at least 2 or 3 times a year, right? Halloween and Christmas. I really liked Coraline the first couple times I saw it. Then my wife watches it constantly. It was one of those movies that she fell asleep to really easily. So she'd put it on every night for like 2 months. And I just got sick of it. And I know it's a good movie. And I would probably watch it now that I've had a break from it. And I would really enjoy it. But I 100% have to go with Nightmare Before Christmas on this one. Just because I love the claymation. I really like the music. And I love the Halloween-esque characters. And even like Sandy Claus. You know, it's just everything about it is really good. So yeah, I'm going to have to go with Nightmare Before Christmas on that one. Child's Play 1988 versus Child's Play 2019 by Andy Enderman. If you watch any of my other videos regarding Child's Play, you would know this answer already. The new remake of Child's Play is just poop. Just a box of poop. It's they took away everything that made Chucky Chucky, and they made him this like AI BS thing. Chucky is a serial killer who used voodoo to trap his soul into a doll, and he's trying to find another body to put his soul into to live again. That's a horror movie. An AI doll that has no safety precautions and learns to kill watching a horror movie, to me, is ridiculous. It's dumb. It's not good. Like, don't get me wrong, the Child's Play movies were getting to a really weird point with, like, The Bride of Chucky, The Seed of Chucky, The Cult of Chucky. Like, all of that was just kind of, why is this going this way? I don't get it. But the remake is just, it's worse than all of those. I'd rather watch The Seed of Chucky 3 times before I would watch the first 10 minutes of the new Child's Play. Because it's just bad. So, no. The original Child's Play, 1988. Jerome the Anime Lover, Friday the 13th versus Halloween. Okay, this is a good one just because both iconic slashers are so similar to who they are. Tall, daunting men, both wear a mask, both kill super brutal, silent, super strong, survive death several times. You know, which one do I pick? Because they're so similar, I'm going to go with the sequels on this as well. I'm going to include all the sequels. We got all the Halloweens and all the Friday the 13th. Which would I pick? And I have to go with Friday the 13th. Now, here's why. I find that Halloween went a little weary with some of their sequels. And I think sometimes there's more bad than there's good in the entire lineup of movies. Where Friday the 13th, I find that the only one that I had a real issue with was Jason X, because it's the stupidest thing on film. But with Halloween, there's a couple of them that I'm like, eh. But the newest Halloween was really good. The one where, like, it kind of almost cancels out a bunch of other ones because Jamie Lee Curtis is alive. But it was really well done and really well shot. Like, I thought it was awesome. I really liked it. So, but if you got to go with, like, overall, like, the entire universes of Michael Myers versus Jason Voorhees, I got to go with Friday the 13th. Annabelle versus Child's Play from Miriam Sanchez. Okay. There's a lot of Child's Play in this. You guys are big fans of Chucky. But I agree with you. It's hard to compare because Chucky is much more animated. And he's much more like, I'm Chucky and I'm here to, you know, get shit going. And I'm here to shake it up. Where Annabelle is more jump scary, is more haunting and ghosts and demons and possession and things like that. Which is awesome. Like, I don't have a problem with it. Like, Annabelle's part of the Conjuring universe, I believe, and it's awesome. You know I love the Conjuring. I think I'm going to go with Annabelle on this because I think it's just so well done. And it just freaks people out, you know? Like my wife won't watch there's 2 more Annabelle movies she hasn't seen. Won't watch them because they're just so scary. And Annabelle's straight up based on a real doll, right? I'm going to choose Annabelle because I don't want to PO that doll and it gets mad at me and shows up on my doorstep, and next thing you know, Dave the Confused is gone because no one can find his body, but there's a weird Annabelle doll hanging around his house. So I'm going to go with Annabelle because I want to be on good terms. Well, folks, thank you so much for tuning into this video. I had a blast making it. I love hearing your suggestions, and remember, in the comments, leave a question for a Q&A. And if you have an awesome ghost story, leave that too. I want to hear them both. And you could end up in one of our later videos. Well, thank you so much for being here. You know I love you guys. Confused Army, you guys are amazing. And keep coming back. Keep watching videos. Alright? I'm Dave, still confused, and at least our dogs aren't werewolves. Peace.